Hey everyone, welcome. Today we're going on a really fascinating deep dive into the actual framework of human drive and accomplishment. We're looking at this incredible source material that lays out what we're calling the architecture of ambition. It's essentially a breakdown of core concepts that can, and honestly probably will, completely shift how you perceive your daily actions and, those big long-term goals we all have. So let's get right into it.
Okay, let's dive into this. If you start today, where will you be 1 year from now? Just let those words settle for a second, right? This isn't just some casual throwaway query. It carries this immense psychological weight. It's directly challenging you to confront exactly where you are right now. This single sentence forces our gaze into the distant future, sure, but it firmly, stubbornly plants its roots in the immediate, inescapable present. Basically, it demands that we measure the true cost of our current inaction.
Section 1. The one-year question. Time as a canvas.
So the source material brilliantly uses a single year as a literal canvas for ambition. Because think about it, 1 year isn't some vague, distant, unimaginable future. And it's not a fleeting tomorrow either. It's a highly specific, measurable constraint. It's a structured continuum. We start right here at point A, which is the solitary act of starting today. As we move forward, maybe around the 6-month mark at point B, we're in this phase defined entirely by just pushing through external disbelief. And then finally, point C. We hit that 1-year mark where the ambition actually becomes a resulting physical reality. This entire 365-day journey is a process of deliberate, calculated steps. It's not just some magical leap.
Now, the absolutely crucial point here lies in these specific words from the text, if you start today. Notice the strict, unyielding urgency of the word today. Why is this so critical to grasp? Well, it's because that entire 1-year projection we just looked at, it completely collapses if this immediate first action is missing. There literally is no tomorrow in this architecture. The entire structure of your future success depends 100% on the absolute urgency of taking action right now.
Section 2. Define the doubters. The isolation of ambition.
Is taking that very first step easy? Honestly, not at all. The text perfectly anticipates human nature here, acknowledging right out of the gate that taking this initial, urgent step is going to be a deeply isolated, lonely act. Even if no one believes you, you start. The source doesn't offer any warm comfort here. It demands pure resilience. People might laugh, They might totally doubt your vision. But the text explicitly commands you to keep moving forward regardless of all that external noise. It's empowering you to be the sole validator of your own ambition.
We can define disbelief exactly as the text frames it, the guaranteed external doubt from others. But here's the really fascinating part about how the source handles this concept. The author doesn't frame this disbelief as some massive roadblock that you need to stop, analyze, or even argue with. Not at all. Instead, it's presented as a simple, expected, everyday weather condition that you just have to completely bypass to achieve your goal. You don't fight the disbelief. Actually, scratch that, it's more like you just outwork it.
Section 3. Dreams versus reality. The act of bridging.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how it captures the fierce tension between these two sides. How do we get from where we are to where we want to be? On the left, we have the dream, ethereal, formless, existing only in your mind. And on the right, we have reality, solid, concrete, completely tangible. The source material tells us that the act of starting, that isolated first step we were just talking about, is the literal physical bridge connecting these two entirely different worlds.
And here is why this matters so much to every single one of us. The text defines the absolute, fundamental difference between just holding on to a fleeting dream and actually standing in a hard reality as nothing more than the simple, defiant act of beginning. Without action, a dream and reality remains separated forever. Your action is the ultimate defining difference between the two.
So, we can distill this entire architecture into 3 really powerful, actionable steps derived directly from the source text. Step 1, start today. Step 2, ignore disbelief. Step 3, build the reality. This provides such a wonderfully clear, empowering framework that you can take away from this analysis and literally apply to your own personal goals immediately. It takes the highly philosophical and makes it totally practical. As we wrap up this breakdown, I want to leave you exactly where we began. If you start today, where will you be 1 year from now? I really want you to deeply internalize that question as we finish. Your reality exactly 365 days from now is waiting entirely on the decision you make at this very moment. So, what's it going to be?
Will you remain in the realm of dreams, or will you take the step to build your reality? Think about it. Start today. Thanks for joining me.